Here's the problem, Max. I got too many hobbies, okay? I ski, I mountain bike, I wakeboard, I golf. I want to get all of this stuff out of my garage so that I have open garage space where I could actually do a project, because right now I cannot. So I want to build a shed approximately this size because that's what I need to put in it. You want a sea kayak? You sure?
No, I don't.
You can have it. It doesn't have seats, that's why I don't use it. So this is the best space I have. It's flat, it's hidden, it's between the office I built and this wall, and therein lies the real problem. I was trying to cheap out and just buy a metal shed for like 500 bucks, but the biggest, closest size was 8 foot by 10 foot, and I only have like 7'5" between the wall and the concrete here, so it didn't really fit, and really I could make a 12-foot long shed if I built it myself, so we're just gonna build it. Well, I already found a hornet's nest up here. Right there in that bush.
Another ball face one.
Yeah, I got nailed. We've got this area cleaned out now, looks a lot better. We're gonna make a plan for the structure. And also we are taking into consideration this AC unit. We don't wanna have anything closer than 3 feet to this, especially since it's pretty tight to the house in that direction. It's been a few minutes here and I've got a basic design of the shed and a materials list that goes along with the design of the shed, and it's a lot of stuff. Well, we're at Lowe's here and I honestly tried to chicken out on this whole project. I was like, you know what? Let's just buy some of these plastic ones. We'll buy 2 7x7s and put them back to back and just they're fast assemble and all that. But it's not gonna work. Like the door on the back one would open into the AC unit. The door on the front one would be on the ground and like open into my wife's plants, which I can't rip up. And they're like going to get the forklift to get them right now. So we gotta stop them. They're up there. And they're $1,000 each. So, dang it. I thought I was home free. We swapped out the carts here. I still feel like an idiot. The guys were literally really nice and they'd gone to get the forklift and it was all rolling. We had the ball rolling on it. That's why I got Max right there. Advantech overhead, one shot in the truck. I'm either gonna redeem myself or hurt myself right now. Yeah. Get on there, right arm. Yeah! Woo. That right shoulder isn't the same since I wrecked on my mountain bike. We are in for $442 so far. We're finally back at the house here and we're starting to assemble the foundation / floor. So this is our front skid. We'll have one more 6x6, then 2 4x4s, and that's gonna be it as far as the foundation. They're just like skids. Well, that wasn't a ton of fun, but I got the weed barrier and the mulch pulled out of the way. So now we can dig down and get all these nice and level and in line with each other. Just from experience as a builder, this is probably gonna be the hardest part of this whole thing, is to just get all these timbers level and in line. It's not a really easy thing to do, but once that's done, we'd have a flat surface, we can just go on up. We're just doing guess and check here. I mean, there may be a faster method, but we've got that one, I think, set where we want. I added some dirt out of that corner to that corner, which was low. Max has got our 2 12-foot rim joists here. So we're gonna screw these on to our foundation and then we'll check for square, because right now I don't know if what we have laid out is like cocked like one way or the other, like a trapezoid, or if it's actually square. It's probably not square. I'm also planning on screwing most of this together in case I had to take it apart or partially apart. Obviously that air unit, if it had to get replaced, I don't know. We could just use an excavator and lift it out, but that's the one downer to this thing right here. Before we go any further, we're going to check both diagonals and see if they're roughly the same. It doesn't have to be exactly because it's just a shed, but if it's not even close, then we want to try to adjust that.
What are you looking at?
Just hook on the outside corner, 167.75. I don't even know what that number is supposed to be. I just want them to be the same-ish. All right, 165.5. So I can move this end of it that way and leave that end where it is. Okay, that was easy. Now push that in that way just a little.
Which way, this way?
Yeah. That may be, ooh, all right. Okay, 166.75. Maybe, I think that was an inch different than last time. 166.5. So the cool thing about building a shed is it's like learning how to build a house, but real quick, because every stage is just small. Last piece of Advantech going down, and that was a lot of work for a little floor. It was kind of crazy. But it's nice and flat, and it's square, and it feels strong.
Look like you're having a temper tantrum.
Oh yeah. Build me a shed. So we ended up with a 21-inch spacing between our floor joists here, which is fine. I think this is fine for up to a 24-inch spacing, and that's on a house. This is a shed. Max is trying to talk me out of running up to this hornet's nest with a pitchfork and just slapping it out of that bush and running.
Not a good
Dude,
idea.
I think I could do it without them getting me. What do you think?
I would not do that.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
I'm picking out these 2x4 studs, and a little pro tip here. I am culling these as I'm going through them, and I know they hate that at the store when you set all the bad ones in the front and don't use them, but I don't want them. I want all good straight studs, so that's what I'm doing. To use as the sheathing and the siding, I'm using this 3/8 panel smart side, and that'll be it. It'll literally be the wall sheathing and the siding all in one step. And I think I need 10 of these along with my 40 studs, and that should be the walls. I'm all loaded up here, and that was another $658, bringing us to about the total of what one of those plastic sheds would cost just to get up to the top of the walls here. We're back on the shed project this morning. We got Jason with us today. He's back from the beach. He still looks like he's at the beach, kind of. You're always at the beach, I think. Anyways, in true Eric fashion, I kind of started this thing in a hurry, wanted to get it done, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate that when you do projects for yourself, it's like a last-minute thing. You only have so much time, and you want to get it done. So I put these timbers down in the dirt, and after thinking about it, I'm like, shoot, I wish I'd have put some cap block or something under it just to get up out of the ground more. So you know what? We're going to take this Advantech up. I went to the store, bought cap block over the weekend, and we're going to put some cap block under it and jack it up a little, get it out of the ground.
We're never going to get this done.
It'll get done eventually.
That's why it's called Perkins Builder Brothers, not Perkins Builder Brother, because if your brother was here, he would have never let you just stick this right on the ground, ever.
Okay, whatever.
Never.
Luckily, we screwed the Advantech down with just T25s. That was the lucky thing. It's not shot down and glued, or else it would be done.
That would have sucked. What does he have on his hands?
They're like extra hand extensions for grabbing leaves and stuff. They're amazing.
Oh my
I use those a
gosh,
ton.
dude.
It's your back scratch.
You're not showing people on video about those things, are you?
I love them. Seriously, I've used them a ton. Look at that.
Yeah, it's called your hands, dude. What, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
Also, I'm cutting the hedge back further. We just did that. I thought that was a good idea. And I did spray the bees, and it did not phase them. Sorry, Max. You might get stung today.
Fire pit?
Just throw it off the edge in the woods there.
Bro, this is good. It's evergreen.
All right, fine. Burn it. Have fun.
Yeah, burn it.
So my idea here is just to clear out a spot, put 2 of these cap blocks on each of these, like a foot in from the end. They're 16 inches wide, and that'll only leave about a 3-foot span in the middle. There's the last blocks going in, and this was really easy because we already had the dirt right where these go at the right level for this whole thing to be level.
Wow. Dude, I had no idea. I thought for sure that was not even going to be close.
Okay, I'm really happy we did that. Everything that's wood is a solid 4 inches out of the ground now. There's airflow underneath this whole thing, so I think it is definitely a thing that was worthwhile. We're finally ready to build some walls, finally. And we're gonna take a couple things into consideration for our wall height and our stud spacing. We measured this panel, and it is actually 48.5 from edge to tongue, which means that it actually breaks on 2-foot centers, which is great. I thought we might have to do some weird spacing if the entire width of the panel was 48, including like the tongue and the groove. Second thing is, we're gonna do the walls a little shorter than this panel so that the panel can lap down over the floor system just a little bit and nail, and lap up past the top plate so we don't have to do blocking between the rafter. So I think if we go 7'6" total wall height, that's an 8-foot panel. That'll get us some lap down and some stick up.
Lap down!
Stick up. So cut the stud 7'3", single top plate.
Whoa, yo, what are you doing?
I don't have a tape. Look at this tape. Oh, it's gone too. What the heck? We're gonna copy the layout from the bottom plate onto the top plate. It might save a hair of time to do that. And at least if I messed up the layout, I'll at least match it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, ready, stander?
Well, we got a slight problem here, bud.
Why?
If we stand it up, we can't put the siding on it. It's too close to this wall. So we're gonna tack it down and square it and put the siding on it and paint it first, because we'll never.
Jones called. He said he has no problem.
He can get back there
painting behind
with a long pole.
Yeah.
I mean, you could potentially. Jason's pulling the wall back to where we can chalk a line at 3.5 inches, and we'll tack the bottom plate right on that.
What?
That's good. That's a good line. It is really important to nail this bottom plate really straight, because once we nail this siding / sheathing on it, if it's crooked, the sheathing like locks it in crooked. So we want to lock it in straight. So when we stand it, there's not humps and gaps between the plate and the floor. Okay, 169.5.
I'm at 69.15.
All right, so come to me a little. I'm at 11. Today's video is sponsored by Nitto and their TerraGrappler G3 all-terrain tire. The G3 is the 3rd generation of the legendary TerraGrappler tires. It's got an all-new compound, new tread design. It's their most advanced all-terrain tire ever. I've been running the G3s on my truck through the winter and into summer now, and they've done great in the snow, in the mud, lots of different off-road conditions. But what I've really been impressed with is for how chunky and awesome they look, how smooth and quiet they are on the road. And for me, while I use my truck to do truck stuff a lot, I also use my truck to just drive my kids around on the road, on the highway, a ton. Every day I'm just beating the pavement. And a lot of us for our trucks are looking for that tire that can do it all. Get you off-road, but also not drive you nuts driving on the road. And these tires have been great for that. They feel stable at higher speeds. They track nice. You don't have to try to steer to go straight while you're going down the road. And now Nitto is manufacturing in the US. For me, this is the perfect truck tire. So if you need new tires, make sure to check out the Nitto TerraGrappler G3s. Don't sacrifice your on-road performance and comfort to get off-road capability. There's a link down in our video description. If you click that, it'll take you where you need to go to learn even more. Thank you, Nitto, for sponsoring today's video. We really appreciate it. Let's get back to work. We're gonna make some tick marks at 2 inches, which is how much we want this to hang down, so we make sure we get it, you know, squared up with our wall. Since it's so important that these panels end up breaking on our studs perfectly, we're just gonna tack them down with like 3 or 4 screws each and get them all down and make sure the layout runs and breaks just perfect on everything. And then we'll come back and nail them if it looks good. For the siding, I'm switching over to these galvanized ring shank 2 3/8 pass load nails, and those won't rust and they'll hold really well. So I shot one nail here and it went about halfway through the sheathing. So I'm gonna adjust the depth right here. I'm gonna reel this thing back to where hopefully the heads are flush. That's gonna hold the best and look the best. Let's try that. That's what we're looking for. Are you really jumping in to paint this?
Bro, no one's ever gonna see it. It don't have to look nice.
Okay.
I'm just gonna slap it on.
Okay. This does match the existing house, which is nice, I think. Nice touch.
Yeah, TL it, let's go. Come on, what are you doing?
Max, this is all I got, man. Tupperware lid. I thought I had a paint tray. So, rock and roll.
Bro, you ain't using that.
That's all I got.
You're gonna lose so much paint in those cracks. Just use a little roller.
You're not
and
even paying for the paint.
I know, but I'm trying to help you out, bro. Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
little
don't want to
roller.
do
He's
the little
gonna
roller
go.
in there and go?
Nah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that clean and jerk.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, we're gonna brace this thing off and shoot that, and you can see how these nails worked like hinges and kept us right on our chalk line as we stood it.
That's dead on.
You're dead on. Okay, I got you. We're trying to determine if we can frame our next wall in here.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
gonna be tight.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
Okay.
It'd be easier than doing it in the grass. We don't have to put this siding on it. We could just stand it up and put the siding on it. We've got just a little bit of room to spare here. That's enough to keep, you know. Oh, it's painted. I forgot it was painted.
Oh man!
What? Dang it. Max was just telling us about his first job offer he just got to drive a linen truck, like sheets, I guess, towels. Is that what that means?
Towels, napkin sheets, yeah.
You gonna take it?
I don't know.
All right, leave a comment. It pays $25 an hour starting out, but then after 3 years, they said they're
3 months or 3 years, depending on
3
routes.
months or 3 years.
Yeah, it could be 3 months or 3 years. It's yeah.
Then it's gonna make $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now for this wall, we need to also brace it in this direction because we don't have any sheathing on it now. And that's gonna keep it standing straight up plumb while we put the sheathing on it, then we can pull it off. Welcome to Perkins Alley, boys. It's the back alley of my house. We're checking it out. Perkins Alley is like 34 inches wide. That's pretty good. That's like a hallway width.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
All you gotta do is get back. I mean, if you ever have to.
They'd have to lift it with an excavator, yeah.
Oh, I was just in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought of
You
that.
thought of that already. Okay.
Yeah. Or they could sawzall it to pieces.
You gotta get the new one in though.
Right.
Jamie's got a machine.
Excavator.
Yeah.
On this side, to keep our 2-inch lap down even, we snapped the line and we're running some screws in as a positive stop for the sheathing coming down. So we don't have to like do this number and try to look at a line while we're putting it in. I mean, we could have done that.
You could have done that. I'm too old for that. Watch out.
We've got the third wall siding done here, and Jason and I are figuring up the materials for the roof. And I kind of did that before, but now that we have this structure built, I can just count real easy. Like I know I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 common rafters per side, and then a fly rafter on each end per side. So we're gonna get, I think, 12 footers for that, and then we'll be able to cut that in half and have 6-foot rafters, which is a little over length. Also, we got to figure out a door. I kind of want a roll-up garage door. We've been looking at them. They make like 4 and 6 foot wide. The problem is you can't get them. Like, it's going to be a month if I try to order one from anywhere. And I want to put bikes in here like tomorrow. So I'm probably just going to get a door, just a regular door. I'm not like putting huge items in here, just bikes. So I think I'm just going to do that. It's going to be way simpler. This is not so much a dream shed as it is just like a storage shed, get crap out of my garage into here and make the garage nice. Looks like they're good on shingles.
I think so,
Holy
dude.
cow. Got shingles for miles.
Bro.
It's good? Yeah. Oh, good job.
That's the only one left.
These are the rafters we'll cut in half, 2 by 4 by 12 yellow pine. We picked ones that did not have big knots that went all the way through to actually make them weaker.
Zip tape, isn't that by the zip board?
No, it's in the back. Is this right? $389 for a square gable vent?
Bro, I'm in the wrong business.
What in the world? $389. Oh wait, this is
Whole house.
whole house something. As far as the doors go here at our local Waynesville Lowe's, they don't have any outswing doors, like exterior outswing. They're all in-swing for snow because it snows all the time here. Not really. They found one in Silva, so I guess we could.
I mean, you could put it in backwards and just have the threshold on the inside.
You could,
Just have
but
the door
I can't. We'll just have to go to Silva. Hey, we got the truck right and level finally. Looks good.
I saw that. She's a little
Yeah.
lower down.
That was some weight with the shingles, and that was another $1,040 to put us up to about $2,000 total, which is about the cost of 2 of the sheds that would have been about the same size. So as many of you know, I live on a really steep hill, and we just lost our load coming up here. Jason was like, please don't let it slide, and we were just easing up, and sure enough, out the back. I got like 5 neighbors up here all watching, drinking sweet tea.
They're like, you freaking morons.
Right here in the middle. So I am gonna have to back up because no matter how tie-dye strap it, it's coming out again unless we back up. Now I usually go tailgate up for this hill for that very reason. I just put the lumber across the tailgate. But Jason, in his infinite wisdom, said that this was gonna be a lot better with the tailgate down, and it was till right now. Leave a comment if you've ever dumped some 2x4s out of your truck. Now we're doing it. Jamie backs up a lot of hills with our trailer to job sites for this very reason.
Yeah.
I just thought with all the weight of those shingles, it was gonna pin it, but it was slick. Oh, got it! Hopefully all my other neighbors are not outside right now.
Like, why is this guy backing up? Is he trying to be cool? Max is gonna be like, why are you guys backing in?
Don't worry
And
about
what
it.
took you so long to go a mile?
Okay.
There's Max.
Oh, God. Dude, I am sweating so bad. Okay. Oh, thanks, man.
I'll give you one guess on why it took us so long to get here. One guess. Look at this truck and think about why it took us so long to get here up that hill.
Oh gosh, was it hidden?
No.
Did you back up?
Why would we back up?
Because we just loaded it twice. We just lost the whole load on the road coming up the hill right there.
No way.
Yes, we-
Why didn't one of y'all call me?
I lied. We didn't lose all of it.
Half the load.
Half the load. All the Advantech, all the shingles.
Yeah, everything on top. So,
On the ground.
no way.
Yes.
And all the
Coming
neighbors
up the hill?
were outside watching us. Finally, time to build the front wall. We do have a rough opening for the door we ordered. It's a right-hand outswing, so it's going to open like that. So you can come in this way. Steel door, cheapest thing I could get that was going to work. It was still $279. This is a 36-inch wide door slab. And so we're gonna make the rough opening 38. So mark center, we're gonna go 19 on either side of that. To the inside of our jacks, or trimmers, as they call them on the West Coast, I hear. Now here's something I've never really done. We ended up with 6 inches here for the header. So we just did it 4 layers, 1.5 inches each. 6 inches solid. All the way out. Yeah, yeah. We lapped our sheathing / siding over our door opening here, so now I'm just going to make a plunge cut to cut it out at the bottom.
One way to do it. How hard is it?
That worked. That was so ugly.
So hot.
This blade's like 2 foot long.
Dude, your first blade wasn't strong enough. Your second blade wasn't sharp enough. Now your third blade's too long. You sound like, what is that, the bear people? Those bear ones?
Up next, we're going to start on the roof, and we're going to add collar ties, or rafter ties, I guess, because they're right at the top of the wall plate, across the structure, tying one wall to the other, every stud space. And that's what will keep these walls from wanting to spread like this under the roof load. And it's what will make our ridge beam here not load bearing. It's kind of like making a little miniature truss when you do it this way. Also, we're putting these ceiling joists just to the side of layout where the studs are. You can see it's off to the side. The rafter will run through right on top of the studs. And that's why we only need a single top plate there, is because the rafters hit right on the studs. I guess grab a brace. Check this out.
Bro, it's your bike shed. It's fine.
We need to brace it up until we get the roof on it. I bet it's really crooked. If you sight down through here, I can't tell, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's good. All right, right there, Jay. What's the level say? Level says it's good. It must be good. Jason, this one's for you, buddy. We're gonna light your fire. I wish you could be here with us. Guess what I did this morning?
What?
Got stung by bees again.
I thought you got rid of them last night.
I did. I took a 2x4 to the nest and knocked it down.
Okay.
Then this morning, I got the hedge trimmer out, went back into the bush next to the one with the nest. Another freaking nest as big as a football in there. Dude, I got nailed like instantly. I was like, what? I was like not expecting it at all. And then I painted the shed.
What are you going to do with it?
I guess I'm going to have to 2x4 that thing tonight.
Dude, please put a GoPro on when you do it. I wanted to see it. Please. I'm begging you.
Oh, man. I just didn't want to video my own death, like getting stung to death.
I don't think you'll die.
So what we need to do first thing this morning is some figuring. We need to put these gable vents in the wall. I'm going to put them right on the wall plate, and I need to figure out what pitch of roof we're going to do and miss the corners of this. That's like a 15 by 15. So we've got this mocked up, and this is a great full-scale mock-up because this is the exact width of the roof, because this is the building. We're using this line to mock up the top plate of the wall up there, and then we're using these 2 studs and just crossing them up to figure out what pitch do we need to get above this thing like that. So basically what we've got here is about a 6.5 12. You can see that crossing between 6 and 7. I have this roughly 90 degrees out from the wall is how I figured that. The second way we can check that is to measure out 2 feet here and then measure up right there and see what the number is. So it's just over a foot. So if it was up 2 feet, that would be a 12-12. Up 1 foot is half of that, like a 6-12. So I think we're gonna go with Maybe a 7/12 pitch might look a little better. It doesn't need to be anything more than a 3 for these shingles. Really, by the way, this was not the $389 Gable beam. This was $31.
I think that was a bulk, like a bunch of them.
Maybe.
I think is what it said.
I hope.
It wasn't just one.
Okay.
It wasn't just one.
It wasn't real clear. And then we want a 7/12 pitch. So if I go 42 is our run, I'm going to do times 7 divided by 12. So 24.5 inches should be our total ridge height on the bottom of the rafter, from the top of the wall plate to the bottom of the rafter. Now, our ridge beam needs to stick up another 4 inches to account for the rafter depth. So we'll go 28.5 to the top of our ridge beam we're gonna put in. Need me to get Max?
Was it tell how to come apart? Start at the bottom edge, gently remove lock on cover.
I had to open the salsa for him yesterday.
Well, I don't want to break it. I'm too strong. You do it.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Nah, there's little tabs I think you have to push.
Dude,
Right here. On the side, right there. See the little tab you gotta push.
We are in trouble if this is how today's going. Okay, let's leave 12 by 12 clear, and then the rest of that's just a nailing flange. We've got these little framing boxes up for our vents, and now we're gonna put a little leg on top to hold the ridge beam. That's gonna be the total height of the ridge beam there at 28.5, like we said. We're all set to put this ridge board in now, and Jason was asking me if we even needed this ridge board, and the answer is no, not really. It's not holding any weight. It's just an easy way to get all the rafter points to line up. You could just put the rafter to the end of the other rafter. Since we have the collar ties, the walls can't spread and the rafters couldn't drop.
So you want to get a number and cut this a length?
I think we're just gonna put it in over length and let it stick off like 2 foot each end. And then we'll just lop it off where we want the fly rafters to tie into it. Just leave it long.
Okay.
We mentioned it earlier, but I let this sheathing run up on purpose so that it would go between the rafters without having to put blocking in. But that means we need to notch out for the rafters. I've got this little puck here that's the same size as the rafter. So I'm just gonna trace it on here and try to cut it pretty accurately so that we don't have to caulk around all the rafters. We still might have to. Here we go. I'm gonna angle down just a little too, you know what I'm saying? Okay. By the way, Max is our new model for our clothing that we sell. This is like our shade shirt for the summer. It's been around, Max. There you go. Got the Perkins Mountain Speed Squares. We got the hats, and then of course we all wear the True Work pants. I got them on, they're great. So make sure to check that stuff out. It supports us and some of the companies we work with, and that's in the video description. Thanks, Max.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go down and stick the rest of these rafters in now, just nailing the top, and I'm gonna let the bottoms just run through here loose so that I can get a sight on this ridge after they're all installed. You can see it's just floppy now. And make sure that it's running straight and true. And then we'll pin the bottoms. And we're just gonna pin them to the sides of our ceiling joist right here so that we don't have to cut a bird's mouth into these little 2x4 rafters. And that'll save us a lot of time and hassle and allow us to just make sure the ridge is really straight. Then we'll lop off the ends, boom, done.
Does this still need to be here, or can I take it out?
Yeah, the brace? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gotta stay until the roof sheathing is on all the rafters, and that'll lock the walls in. That's the only thing locking it in is the sheathing. Got all the rafters on this one side, but right now they're all just floating loose on the ends, so the ridge and all this could just move around. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that this is centered on each end. I'll do that by checking down to a point like right there to the edge of the ridge right here, 49 7/8. And down here, same point I got 49 and 13, so that's close enough.
Hey,
Hey.
nice job on this one.
Oh yeah, the stick up guess was on point.
It's perfection.
Yeah, I can't believe how exact that turned out.
Pure
Yep.
luck.
It was pure luck. I just guessed. It's gonna be about 4 inches. We're in the bush there, buddy.
You're in the bush. You're in the bee
We're gonna
bush.
have to make these like only a 6-inch overhang probably. That's like 1.5 feet. This is one of our fascia boards that's gonna run down the side of the building here. And I'm gonna go ahead and rip a 30-degree bevel on one side, which is the 7, 12, 30 degrees, you can see that, so that it just flushes out in plane with the top of the framing of the roof surface, instead of having to drop it and try to line the edge of it. And we got a new toy here, rear handle from Milwaukee, big boy. I mean, holy cow. Yeah, that should do it. One problem here, you put the wrong side of this thing to 30 degrees. It's supposed to be this side.
So it's like 32.
Like that.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Hmm.
You think it's bad? We'll find out.
It was set on like 35 degrees almost.
Was it?
Yeah.
Rookie move. All right, let's look at it. I was just thinking the 2x6 was probably too big. I mean, it would have been really deep for this little structure.
Yeah, now that
so
we
I think
gotta
a little bit shorter is better.
cut it again, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Max, where were you on the iPad with that one, bud?
My bad.
Extreme case of mismanagement.
Yep. Let me do too much. That's the problem.
While these guys paint up those fascia boards, I'm gonna clip off these rafter tails, and I think I'm gonna go with a 1 foot total overhang. Okay. Oh. All right, I got a mark on Jason's end and one on this end. Okay, go ahead. So yeah, 1 foot ain't gonna work.
Foot's not gonna work?
No.
It's in the bush?
Yeah.
So I mean, is that like you don't want to see it, or like it's gonna rot?
Like I can't even chalk a line, it's through branches.
Oh, it's your branches. Eyeball it, bro. You're good. Come on, man.
Yeah, they just stuck in the bush. I was worried those were gonna fall in the gap there and be impossible to retrieve. Why would you build your own shed? People might be asking right now. No, I didn't want to get a truck back here and crush the septic tank and kill all my wife's bushes and have it not fit. So
Bro, it looks nice though.
it will look nice, yeah. We're going to lunch, Max.
I left my wallet in my truck.
Yeah.
I seriously didn't do it on purpose. I promise you I did not. You got me?
I guess I do.